Life's most urgent question. What are you doing for others? Martin Luther King stated this in one of his sermons in 1963, titled Three Dimensions of a Complete Life. How are you improving the life of another person? How have you benefited somebody else? Whether it's holding the door open for a disabled man, or buying a meal for a homeless person. What have you done today to feel that sense of accomplishment, to feel that sense of support towards somebody else? Growing as a person can only be done by aiding others in your life. Now, I'm not saying that we have to disregard ourselves and just aim to help other people as our ultimate goal. However, going out to light the candle of somebody else just brightens up the path for your own. Now, before we even get started, what is help? Well, according to Felix Warneken and Michael Tomaseo, help can be split up into a cognitive function and a motivational. Cognitively, we have to understand the goal of somebody else. We have to know what they're trying to accomplish, what they're trying to get to. Motivational, we have to exert effort. We have to put ourselves before others, which can be costly sometimes. Now, they conducted a research experiment where they looked at how humans interact with when they're facing a situation in which they might seem forced to help. They found out that we are almost born to help. We, since a very young age, about 18 to 22 months, their results were that the infants began to hand an adult the object that was out of their reach, that they helped them make a stack that they could not make stable. Now, this was done earlier, and it was compared to chimpanzees because it seems like evolutionarily humans are the only ones that are thought to be altruistic towards others. Altruism means helping others that are not from our own kin. Now, before we move on, we know that there are risks of helping others. There's helping others, and there's an opportunity cost to it. Opportunity cost is the cost of what the alternative could have been, what you could have done differently, that other option that was for you. Now, Irvin Staub from the Department of Psychology at the University of Massachusetts says that we have to sacrifice time, effort, emotional involvement. Sometimes we even have to put our safety before us to provide that help and support that somebody else might need. Now, myself, I've been a college mentor for almost a year now, and it's volunteer work. I enjoy doing it. It is time consuming, but again, I put myself in the shoes of those kids. What are they learning today? They're coming from low to middle income families. How are they being benefited? I do this because I want to. It's volunteer hours, yes, but I see it as an opportunity to help them grow as a kid, get the idea of college into their heads from a young age. Now, it's simple to think that, why should I help people if it's taking my time, if it's taking my money, it's taking my efforts, it's taking my energy. And it's as simple as following the golden rule. The golden rule is stated by Matthew 7:12 from the Bible as, do unto others as you would want done unto you. In other words, do to other people what you would want done to you, because it's a circle of life, and we all should believe that if I want to be respected as a person, I should respect the person next to me. Now, at some point, this can create a selfish society, because people might think, okay, well, I'm only going to help this person to get something in return, to have that in return for me. Now, and that's not how it works sometimes. Help doesn't count, according to Elliot Sober and David Wilson. Help does not count as a psychological altruistic behavior unless you understand the goal of the next person. You are thinking about the welfare of the next person. Help should be genuine. It should not be something that you're forced to do guided by some force that's telling you you're going to be a better person if you do this. If you're trying to have other people see you as a completely better person just because you provided some help, it should be genuine. For example, I was the captain of my volleyball team when I was in Mexico, and I enjoyed it more than anything else that I did in high school. I loved being able to have my teammates come up to me and just tell me, hey, like, what am I doing wrong? Is there anything I can improve on? And it was just always, along with the coach, my job to have them follow kind of what volleyball is all about. Now, this leads me into sports as a team sport because more than anything in sports, we all have to help each other. And a famous quote said by Michael Jordan, he said that talent wins games. However, teamwork and intelligence win championships. And I could not agree with this more. We know that talent can only take you so far in a league, in a championship run, in playoffs, whatever. But working as a team, working with that intelligence of being able to get the ball over to your teammates, however the sport is played, working as a team is what's going to get you to that top point, to the peak, right? And we know that getting to the championship is what's going to make our individual accolades just pile up. People too many times focus on how their individual efforts can improve the team. However, working as a team is what's going to make you stand out as an individual. Now, according to Carolyn Schwartz, Penelope Keel, John Markham, and Rita Bode, there is scientific evidence that helping people can be healthy and happier for you. It can increase the style of living for you, and we know that it can provide a healthy life. Now, I've been a science instructor for only one semester, and I love it more than anything in the world. I love my job, and it's the first time I can actually say that right now. I love being able to help my students understand chemistry. Now, I've been helping people in school since I can remember. I always enjoyed being able to provide that understanding tip, if I could say, to help the other person understand whether it was math, chemistry, biology, anything. And now the fact that I get paid for it, it's just that much more satisfying to actually receive something in return for something that I already enjoy doing as it is. And that's where I want to bring this up as a wrap. I know that people sometimes might think that, oh, well, what am I going to get in return? Being altruistic is doing something without expecting an immediate return. I have a friend that recently let me borrow $100 to get my car out of the pound because it got towed, and the very next day he got $100 back from his work. They overpaid him into his direct deposit, and they said, you know what? Thanks for being honest. Keep $100 and just return the other $500. And I just like to think how it works. How, I guess you could say, karma, how karma works in this world, because he immediately received those $100 the next day. So as I come to a close, I just want to say that helping others can brighten the path for you, not just the others. It can be sometimes costly. However, we need to think as, what would we want done to us? I always remember the golden rule. And finally, what are you doing to improve the life of another person?